Consider the drive to improve. It seems woven into our very fabric. From the first stone tools to vaccines, from literacy to the internet, humanity has constantly sought ways to extend its capabilities, overcome limitations, enhance its existence. This drive has brought immense progress, alleviated suffering, opened new horizons. We strive to be stronger, faster, smarter, healthier, longer-lived. This striving often defines us, fuels our ambitions, shapes our societies. Now, enter the accelerating power of artificial intelligence. We see its potential to outperform us in cognitive tasks, to automate jobs, perhaps even to surpass us in general intelligence. A new pressure emerges, not just the desire to improve, but the perceived need to keep up. The fear of being left behind, not just by other humans, but by the very machines we create. And so, the whispers begin, growing louder. Transhumanism, human enhancement, using technology not just to heal or restore, but to augment. Cognitive enhancers to boost intelligence. Genetic modifications for superior physical traits. Brain-computer interfaces for direct data access and communication. Merging human biology with machine capability. Is this the next logical step in our drive to improve? Is it the necessary adaptation to remain relevant, perhaps even to survive, in a world increasingly shaped by AI? Is becoming more than human the only way to avoid becoming less than machines? This brings us to a profound dilemma, perhaps one of the defining ethical and existential crossroads of our era. Faced with the competitive pressure of advancing AI, is the pursuit of technological human enhancement, transhumanism, an inevitable, even necessary, path? If we choose this path, how do we ensure we don't lose something essential along the way? How do we balance the potential benefits of augmentation, increased capabilities, longevity, perhaps even new forms of experience, with the preservation of our core human values? What are those core values, and are they compatible with radical technological alteration of our biology and consciousness? Can we enhance ourselves to compete with machines without becoming machine-like in the process? Where is the line between beneficial augmentation and the erosion of our humanity? And who gets to draw that line? The technological foundations for enhancement are already being laid. Therapeutic technologies designed to restore function often pave the way for augmentative ones. Prosthetics become stronger than biological limbs. Treatments for cognitive decline inspire research into cognitive enhancement for the healthy. Gene editing for diseases raises questions about editing for desired traits. Proponents of transhumanism, like Ray Kurzweil or Zoltan Istvan, argue that enhancement is not only desirable but essential. They envision overcoming biological limitations, disease, aging, even death, and vastly expanding human potential. Competing with AI is often cited as a key driver. If we don't enhance, they argue, we risk becoming a subservient species, unable to comprehend or participate in a future shaped by superintelligence. However, profound ethical and societal concerns abound. Critics like Francis Fukuyama or Michael Sandel raise alarms about the potential consequences. Equity and access. Would enhancement technologies create a two-tiered society, a genetic or cybernetic divide between the enhanced and unenhanced, exacerbating existing inequalities on an unprecedented scale? Authenticity and identity. What does it mean to be human if our thoughts, emotions, and physical forms are technologically mediated or altered? Does enhancement erode our sense of authentic selfhood, our connection to our natural origins? Unforeseen consequences. Altering complex biological systems could have unpredictable side effects. Could cognitive enhancements lead to emotional blunting? Could extended lifespans create societal stagnation or resource crises? The nature of value. If we enhance ourselves primarily to compete based on metrics like intelligence or productivity, areas where AI excels, Do we implicitly devalue other human qualities? Empathy, vulnerability, compassion, wisdom gained through natural experience? Are we optimizing ourselves according to a machine's definition of value? The debate often polarizes between techno-optimism and bioconservatism. One side sees enhancement as liberation from biological constraints. The other sees it as a dangerous departure from our essential nature. Finding a middle ground, a path of mindful integration, becomes crucial. From a Dharma perspective, the drive for enhancement, especially when fueled by competition and fear, stems from fundamental dissatisfaction, dukkha, and craving, tanha. Craving for superiority, craving for security, craving to overcome the perceived limitations of our conditioned existence. Chasing external technological fixes without addressing these underlying roots is unlikely to lead to lasting peace or fulfillment. It risks becoming another cycle of attachment and suffering, simply played out on a technological stage. The motivation matters deeply. Is the desire for enhancement coming from a place of wisdom and compassion, seeking to alleviate genuine suffering or expand capacities for connection and understanding? Or is it driven by fear, ego, aversion to our natural state, and the competitive urge to dominate or not be left behind? Mindfulness practice encourages us to investigate these motivations without judgment. What am I truly seeking through enhancement? What fear am I trying to escape? Buddhism emphasizes the preciousness of human birth, kasampad, not because of our inherent superiority, but because this form offers a rare opportunity to practice the Dharma and awaken. Radical alteration of this form, especially if it diminishes qualities conducive to practice, like sensitivity, empathy, or the ability to reflect on impermanence and suffering, could inadvertently close doors to this deeper potential, even while opening doors to new capabilities. Preserving core human values aligns with the cultivation of wholesome qualities, kusala, central to the Buddhist path: compassion, karuna, loving-kindness, metta, ethical conduct, sila, wisdom, prajna. These values are not merely sentimental attachments to our current form. They are foundational to reducing suffering for oneself and others. Any enhancement must be evaluated through this lens. Does it support or hinder the cultivation of these qualities? Does enhancing cognitive speed come at the cost of emotional depth or ethical consideration? Does extending lifespan without cultivating wisdom simply prolong the potential for attachment and suffering? The path forward may lie not in choosing between enhancement and preservation, but in finding a middle way, Majjhima Paypad. This involves integrating technology wisely, guided by ethical principles and a deep understanding of human nature and its potential for awakening. It means prioritizing enhancements that genuinely reduce suffering and support wholesome qualities, rather than those driven purely by competition or ego. It requires cultivating the inner technology of mindfulness and wisdom alongside the development of external technologies. Perhaps the ultimate enhancement is not cybernetic, but conscious, the enhancement of our capacity for awareness, compassion, and liberation. Let's explore the feeling of being enough and the drive for more. Settle into your posture. Feel the points of contact between your body and the surface supporting you. Bring awareness to your natural breath, flowing in and out. Notice the simple reality of being here, now, in this human form. Can you connect with a sense of inherent okayness, just as you are, without needing to be enhanced or improved? Now, gently bring to mind the idea of competing with advanced AI. Notice any feelings of inadequacy, pressure, or fear that arise. Where do you feel these sensations in your body? Observe them with kindness and curiosity, without needing to fix or change them. Consider the desire to enhance yourself technologically to meet this challenge. What is the underlying motivation? Is it fear, ambition, curiosity, a desire to contribute? Explore this motivation without judgment. Now, bring to mind a core human value that is important to you, perhaps compassion, connection, vulnerability, creativity, or ethical integrity. Feel what this value represents in your experience. Imagine a scenario where pursuing enhancement might compromise this value. What arises? A sense of conflict? Unease? Resistance? Can you hold both the potential allure of enhancement and the importance of your core values in your awareness simultaneously? This practice isn't about finding definitive answers, but about cultivating awareness of the complex interplay between our technological aspirations, our fears, and our deepest values. It's about grounding ourselves in the present reality of our human experience as the starting point for any decision about our future. The path of human enhancement is not a simple choice between yes or no. It's a complex negotiation, a balancing act between leveraging technology for genuine benefit and preserving the essence of what makes our lives meaningful. The pressure to compete with AI might be a catalyst, but it shouldn't be the sole driver. Fear is a poor compass for navigating such profound territory. Wisdom requires us to look deeper, to ask not just can we enhance, but should we enhance? And why do we want to enhance? To define progress not merely by increased capability, but by increased well-being, deeper connection, and expanded compassion. Perhaps the greatest challenge isn't keeping up with AI's intelligence, but cultivating the human wisdom to guide its development and our own evolution responsibly. Can we integrate technology in a way that enhances our humanity rather than diminishing it? Can we use these powerful tools not just to become faster or smarter, but to become kinder, more aware, more connected, more whole? The future is not predetermined. The choice, or rather, the series of choices, rests with us. How will we navigate the enhancement dilemma, guided by both technological possibility and timeless human values? This conversation is vital for our shared future. What human values do you believe are most important to preserve in the face of technological enhancement? Where do you see the greatest risks and potential benefits? How can mindfulness and ethical reflection guide our choices about human enhancement? Share your perspectives, your concerns, and your hopes in the comments below. Let's explore this complex path together, seeking balance and wisdom.